What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Cookie DAO today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. All right, it is the 21st day of June, and here we are with about 8 hours and 50 minutes left in the day, sitting at about 16.66 cents. We did go a little bit lower than I thought. With the presumed low that Bitcoin found yesterday, I was assuming that yesterday's low for Cookie was the low as well, but here we are, just a hair below that. I mean, what? I'm wrong because I called for this to be the low, but we're down like 2%, not even 2% right now, probably 2% at the low, 2.5% at the low, 1.4% right now. Nothing too crazy, and we could go lower. We really could go lower, right? Retrospectively, maybe I should have held true to the call that I originally made, which is that we will go down to the 0.5. We're very, very close to doing that. I just thought because Bitcoin found support yesterday and the whole market was screaming at the top of their lungs, we broke out. We broke out of this trend line. Bitcoin's clearly going down now. This clearly means we're breaking down below 100K. It was right then and there. I'm like, Bitcoin's finding support. We're moving up. That was that. That's a wrap. That's a wrap, people. I thought that Cookie DAO would follow suit as well. But hey, it's moving down a little bit. That's okay. We're down about 5% on the day. That's all right. Probably does go lower, thinking about it, looking at it. 16.1 cents right at the 0.5. A lot of cryptos have liked to find support and resistance at their 0.5. It makes a lot of sense. That's where we're going to go. We have it on Binance. Let's do that. Yeah, Binance here. I don't think that you'll go below these lows. I very much do believe that you'll hold 16 cents as support, but if you go just below 16 cents, it's really not a problem, okay? We're in the areas now on the daily time frame, on the RSI at least, where you would expect to find support. We could go a little bit lower, and that's okay if we do. We might bounce right here. I mean, we don't have to go lower. What the heck just happened there? We don't have to go lower, but that my expectation would be that we do go just a little bit lower. Like from here, maybe like what would be 1% or so, something like that. I don't know what's up with my buddy Mufasa here. He's meowing at me, all needy. I don't know why. I might have to. I don't know what he's doing. He's acting weird, man. He's the weird one of the two cats that I have. He is the weird one, but he's acting exceptionally weird right now. I might have to go follow him after I make this video. 1 hour time. He seems okay. It's just like he's trying to tell me something. Maybe it's something with his food. Maybe the door's shut to his food. I don't know. 1 hour time frame. Enough shenanigans. Let's get to work here, okay? Cut the crap, Mufasa. Daddy's working. Looking at the 15-minute time frame, we did get pretty oversold on the 15-minute RSI. Some of the lowest levels of oversold that we've been. In fact, let's just go through and analyze this real quick. Whenever we've been this oversold, what have we done in the price? Can we zoom out more? Is that it? No. That's all we get. We haven't been this oversold really too many times. Just once or twice, really. Yeah. Let's keep going. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So looking at this here, then analyzing it based on the current price, when we were oversold here, we did, let's see, right there to that low, we did continue to drop lower immediately, basically immediately. We got oversold here on this low right there to that same line, and we moved up a little bit and dropped immediately, essentially, right? Here, we were pretty damn close. We'll count it. You got oversold. Hey, you were oversold right here. That was the low. You dropped immediately, but then that was your relative low, and you started to recover. Okay, so that's nice to see. Pretty close here. You went up a little bit, down a little bit, then recovered, but immediately went down as well. Here, on this point right there, you actually moved up immediately, which is nice to see. It does happen. And then over here, pretty close both times. You went up immediately. Nice to see. Here, you went down more. Up a little bit and then continuously down, right? All the way back here. That was your first low. You kind of stalled, but then you moved up. Okay, so there's positive results here. I would say that the odds that we go lower rather immediately are stronger than the odds that we find support here. But the 15-minute time frame isn't the only thing that's reliable, right? So let's look at some other stuff here. I was just curious. Looking at Binance too, the one with the most volume, looks like volume is dying off as we're coming lower. So again, just adding to the idea that this is probably not sustainable, the amount of decay that we're seeing here. 1 hour time frame, 1 hour RSI being some of the most oversold levels that we've seen recently in recent history. No bullish divergence or anything like that. Again, we probably do. I wouldn't be surprised at all if by the end of today we moved up a little bit. Got something like that, and then we move down. We get a lower low in the price, a higher low in the RSI, get some bullish divergence going, and then that's the low, guys. That's the low right there at about 16 cents, and then we rip. And then right from there, 2 minutes goes by, and we're all the way at $100. No, probably not. It's going to take some time, but we will be moving up. If we look at the 4-hour time frame here, 4-hour looks like it wants to get oversold. You've been dancing with the 50, rejecting the 50 here, dancing with the 40, consolidating this area. You're dipping down. I would think that you do want to go into the oversold zone. No bullish divergence at the moment, no. But you are at that lower end, right? If we're looking at this whole consolidation phase, you're kind of, and I'm not drawing that line the best, but you can see what I'm going for. You're at the lower end of this trend line. So I can't imagine that you go too far lower, probably even right now. Again, I think that by the end of the day, you'll come up a little bit. And then tomorrow, as this trend line continues to get more down as time goes on, you'll make that move down, find support at 16, 15 and a half cents, something like that, and then recover. Daily time frame also right at an area that you'd expect to find support. You don't have to go lower, but I wouldn't be surprised if you did. It's fine if you do. You know, that's a perfectly fine thing. It's actually really good to bounce right off the oversold area, or even get into it and then bounce right off it there. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do. So good. Consensus has been achieved. I think that we are going to 16 cents, and I mean all that could have just been established if we paid attention to the 0.5 here, 16.1 cents there. Finding support. No, he can definitely get into his food room. I don't know why he's being so aggressive with his attention needingness, man. Maybe that's all it is. He just needs attention. He normally desires attention at night. If you're watching my nighttime videos, which are like 12 hours from now, he'll come up, like you'll see him. I guess in the nighttime, man, I'm like more relaxed because you can always see this like chair arm, and he will come up and just he'll put his paw up on me looking for attention. Anyways, he's a good one, man. They're both good ones. High to low. No, not really finding any respect here. I mean, what? You going to go to 14.7? I doubt that you. I mean, sure, go to 14.7 cents. That's really not a big deal if you do. It's cool, fine. Go lower. I'll buy some. But I doubt you do. So this fib is not going to help us at all here. It's a pretty insignificant fib anyways. That fib's probably better for the move up, not for this move down anyways. So at this point in time, guys, we're going to look at where we're going to go from here to the upside, right? Looking at the weekly stochastic or weekly RSI, we're also at the 50 here. We're at the 50, and that's a perfect area to bounce from on the weekly RSI. We love to see 50 area bounces. Wouldn't it be funny? You bounce at the 50 there, and then you're also bouncing at the 50% on the fibs here, which is the 0.5, right? Wouldn't that be great? A little 50-50 love right there. Hold on. Plugging that in. Whenever we do move to the upside, the expectation is that we go up to about $1.65 to $3.90. I'm thinking we stop somewhere in between, right here at about 250 to 260, just above the 1414. That's very common behavior. Typically, you don't reject right off the 1414. You go just above it, and that's what I'm expecting here. I wonder if we can analyze or deduce this from the Bitcoin chart. There's no BTC pair. We're gonna make one. You know, we're gonna have to do it in a weird way. That's okay. BTC USD cookie. Because if I do it the other way, if I do cookie first to Bitcoin, it'll just be weird. It won't log it. I've done this enough times to know. Okay. So this chart, if it goes up, that's bad because Bitcoin's gaining dominance versus cookie. If Bitcoin's gaining dominance versus cookie, likely cookie's not moving higher. It's moving lower. It's just moving lower faster than Bitcoin is, right? If this chart's going down, that means Bitcoin's losing dominance to cookie, and it's highly unlikely that Bitcoin's dropping and cookie's dropping and cookie's dropping at a lesser rate. It's more likely that they're both growing, cookie's just outperforming it. That's what going down would likely imply, okay? Let's look at the daily time frame here. You're right at the overbought zone, right at areas that you'd look to turn around at. If we take a relative high to low, let's see, relative high to relative low here. Just near the golden ratio. Again, it would express that you go a little bit higher, which cookie might drop a little bit lower, but you're right there where you'd expect to find resistance and then come down. Makes sense to me, man. Let's see. What about this low to high here? I'm not going to take this low. I am going to take this low. Go with that low to that high there. You went just through your 1414. Maybe I should take that low. No, I don't think so. No. Yeah, this is fine. You're rejecting the golden ratio there. Okay, finding resistance there again. So some significance. You look productive, really, right now. You look productive. So you need to cut the crap, Cookie. You need to start gaining some dominance versus Bitcoin here. You don't want to look productive on this chart. Just below the 1414 there. So if we were to go low to high, we're just reaching here. Okay, we'll see what we come up with. So essentially, right now, what this price is saying is 45,300. That's how many Bitcoins, or that's how many cookies you can buy with one Bitcoin. Okay, you can buy one Bitcoin is worth 45,300. Right now, it's worth 621,000. So we're expecting a serious decay. Let's do the Google calculator real quick. Google calculator. Google calculator. We'll do 45. Let's just do 45.3. 45.3. Come on. 45.3. 45,300. Would I divide it by the perceived price of Bitcoin? Is that how I would do it? Divided by 170, 160. Let's just do 160,000. Not by the current price, but by the perceived price. What I expect Bitcoin to achieve in the same time that I would expect Cookie DAO to make its next movement up. No. Did I do that wrong? 28 cents? I don't think so. That I did something wrong here. Maybe I'm supposed to do 160,000. I always do division backwards. If you've been watching this channel for years, I don't know why. I always do division backwards. I always do it backwards at first. Cookie versus Bitcoin. We're looking at 45.3. 45.3. Anybody else do that? Anybody else feel me? $3.53. Okay. Wow. Yeah, there we go. That's more like it. $3.53 is actually very close, you guys. Very, very close indeed. High to low here to this 1.618 golden ratio. And again, if Bitcoin to Cookie, the first time we took this low to high, this low here was just below the 1414. That's where we're deducing this target from, right? So just below that 1414. I mean, we took the 1414 exactly. So if we went just below it, that would actually imply that Cookie DAO does see something that's just above this price, 353, which would be 389. Man, that's awesome. Cookie DAO, huh? Going up to your golden ratio. I wouldn't doubt it. That's a 23x, yeah. Let's try it another way. Okay, let's take this one more time and then we'll end this video. 62,100. What would that be? What if if Bitcoin were at 180,000, we divided that by 45.3. Does that bring the number down? No, it brings it up. Okay. Yeah, so if they top off around the same time, that's even a better case actually. Let's see, it only sees the 1272. That would be 62.1, right? 62.1. So do it again at 160. Divided by 62.1. I mean, that's right there where I'm expecting us to go. So no matter what we're looking at here, as long as we're not expecting Cookie DAO. I mean, look, guys, if Bitcoin versus Cookie drops to the golden ratio here, that means that Cookie versus US dollar is going to be worth like $7 to $10, which I just think that's insane. It could happen. I just think it's insane. You know, from a low to a high, what we're going to see a 100x or so. I mean, in time we will. By the end of the cycle, we will. I absolutely believe that. But damn, man, that'd be a lot from here. I don't know. I think we just made a solid case out, you guys, for exactly what I've been saying, which is I think that we would at least see $2.50, at most see like $3.90, but maybe even just above there. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. All right, take care. Bye-bye.